I can't breathe.
Can't breathe.
My name is SHEA MARRIOTT. I'm a social worker. I'm also a licensed therapist. But most importantly, I'm an African American mother who is raising African American sons. I am outraged about the racism that is happening in our world today. I am outraged that every time my sons go outside, my heart beats faster than ever. How do you explain to your sons that the person that you have to look out for and be careful is in a blue uniform? The same people that have sworn to protect and serve you. I am outraged that I have to explain to my sons how to handle themselves if they're ever stopped by the police. What's next? Who's next? Is it your son? Is it mine? Is it your daughter? Is it your brother? Is it your father? When is change going to happen?
Enough. My grandson's lives matter.
Hi, my name is Lisa Savage. I'm the owner and founder of the Center for Child Development. I am a trained child and adolescent therapist. I come to you today not necessarily from the perspective of a therapist, but from the perspective of a Black woman living in the United States of America during a very difficult time. I was very impacted by the killing of Mr. George last week. And I continue to be emotionally distraught, worried, cynical, sad, and frightened. It was a couple of years ago when I was living in Newark, Delaware. I was driving from my mom's house and going home. And all of a sudden, there were sirens behind me. So I moved over thinking I was getting out of the way of the police. But little did I know, they were stopping me. They pulled me over, and immediately I went into panic mode. I hadn't done anything, but I didn't know what was going to happen. It was broad daylight, but I still didn't know what was going to happen. So I sat there and waited for the two officers to come to my car to let me know why they stopped me. Hadn't done anything, wasn't speeding, didn't run any lights. So of course that made my anxiety even higher. But yet I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never been in trouble with the law, who's extremely conscientious when I'm driving to make sure that I'm following the traffic laws. But yet I was pulled over. So I'm sitting there, my heart's pounding, I'm thinking, do I get my license out, my insurance card, my registration? And I went to reach for it and immediately pulled back and said, that's not smart. You don't want them to misread what your intentions are. So I sat in the car shaking and shaking. I see them get out of their car, and on either side of my car walked a police officer with their guns drawn. They had their guns drawn. And I'm sitting in their car thinking, in my car thinking, what did I do? I didn't do anything. And so, as you can imagine, my anxiety soared even higher as I saw them approach my car. Again, I knew I hadn't done anything, but I know that sometimes in America, you don't have to do anything to be pulled over by the police officers or even assaulted by police officers. So as they approached my car, I was paralyzed I couldn't say anything. And all I remember them saying was there was a bank robbery and we're pulling over people who drive a white car. They didn't ask for my driver's license. They didn't ask for my insurance. They didn't ask for my registration. They simply walked away. I literally sat on the side of the road for another 30 minutes in sheer terror. I am Breonna Taylor.
My heart goes out to the Floyd family and the other families who have dealt with the death of a loved one by the hands of the police. As a mother of two African American males, I too am afraid when they go out, hoping that they do not encounter the police, because we all know what the end result can be. I truly am so hurt that our husbands, our sons, our uncles, nephews have to live with this every day. They can't go to the store, they can't take a walk in the park, they can't live in their own homes without the fear of being murdered just because they are Black. I'm Corin Gaines.
Hands up.
I'm Michael Brown.
I'm Trayvon Martin.
I'm Freddie Gray.
I am Philando Castile.
I'm Tamir Rice.
I'm Tony Robinson.
I'm Calvin Andre Reed.
I am Sandra Bland.
I'm Eric Gardner. I'm George Floyd. Enough.
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 My life matters.
My life matters.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
If you need to speak to a therapist, please call Delaware Center for Counseling and Wellness at 302-292-1334. We are here for you.